West Side, we back. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Smash the like button. We about to get this on. And once again, it's on. I'm ready. Yeah, I said smash the like button. We about to get started. Feds is watching, niggas plotting to get me. Will I survive? Will I die? Come on, let's picture the possibilities. Currency motivate. We motivated by currency. We sipping on Hennessy, mobbing on you broke motherfuckers, smashing on our enemies. Wiggle through the game like a centipede or a millipede. Come on, man. The money keep coming in. Shout out to Phenomenal Mexican, my guy. He's out of pocket, but he be leaving some funny comments. He said, hey, bruv, Western Dental fucked up my tooth. Hey, you must follow me on Instagram. Shout out to him. Everybody follow the man. I'm the man, goddamn, on Instagram. And we back at Boxingego 1. Follow me on Instagram. The truth is back. The truth is us. Only dudes you moving units in Pimp Juice and us. I feel good. I want to say I hope everybody is being safe out there. There is a lot going on in the world. A lot of heavy hearts. Police throwing rubber darts. And we got to get past this stage. But, you know, can't be no peace till the niggas get a piece too. New media. We just want to see change. Like Obama was saying, we just want to see change. Like a coin star, we just want to see change. Like a laundromat, we just want to see change. And I told you everything that I started on this side, the real side, West Side, we was coming full steam. I'm coming. Do you believe in God? Then believe in Death Row East. Shout out to Mike from Boston. Believe in that too. The money keep coming in. $2 super chat. He said everybody smash that like button because the Stream King is home. We back. Man, I just decided to get on. I got my iced coffee. Let's talk some boxing shit. They try to put us in the boxing shit. We feeling like Foreman. Start boxing shit. Smash the like button. I'm about to get started. The prodigal son has returned. Y'all know what it is. But, you know, be safe. Crazy times. I see the man, there's a lot going on in the world. We're just going to keep saying that. There's a lot going on. I see people trying to frame black people. All types of shit. It's wild. So protect yourself. Protect your neck. You know. Like people non-black. Oh, shit. Oh. Hold on. I see non-black people was spray painting BLM, Black Lives Matter, and all this, you know, the whole shit. And then there were people who were peacefully protesting that happened to be black that were saying, hey, that's not right. We don't do that because we gonna get blamed. We gonna get blamed for all of this. So don't be doing that. And that's what happened, bro. What's happening in the world is on a larger scale what you see in boxing. It's the same thing. This is the way you see a lot of these radical groups and stuff. People just want to peacefully protest to show we ain't having it. But then you see people walking by windows and then, you know, shattering all the windows out, spray painting, tagging Black Lives Matter and shit like that. They're trying to water up the cause. They're trying to frame people to make it look like these are like animals. I don't know if they're trying to start a martial law, but that's what's happening. You know, bring in the tanks. These niggas are out of control. That's what people are trying to do. You know, they want to take the cause and look like, you know, these blacks are primitive. Like people don't know how to get their point across non-violently, you know, because I see it. And then you see the racists jump in and make, oh, yeah. So you're crying about violence and, you know, you're beating people up. I see all types of shit, man. It's wild. There's this white dude, I guess he was chasing a black kid with a sword, and they rushed him. Rushed him. Got him to the ground, and then everybody in the mob, they started like jumping him, and he looked, bro, he was in bad shape. He really got like packed out. But then that's all you see. You see some white dude getting packed out, but they cut the clips and shit, so you don't see him wielding a knife and a weapon chasing somebody down the street. So I had to see it from different angles. The first clip I just seen the dude get packed out. You see? It's a cold game, man. Make sure you guys are being safe out there. I will say, I know this is not going to bring George Floyd back, but it's good to see big companies at least chiming in and actually saying their pledge to the black community and saying Black Lives Matter, and this needs to be addressed, like Netflix, HBO. I seen it from the different companies. So I told you, it's getting all the way funky. I told you, this is thug life. The hate you gave little infants fucks everybody. Like, this shit is getting all the way crazy, So just be safe, Stay in the home. And the other thing that's crazy, people are supposed to be social distancing, and they out. So we don't know what's up with the pandemic situation, because being around all them people, some people ain't got masks. Some people was running and coughing and breathing. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I seen old Bull with the bow and arrow. That motherfucker thought he was Robin Hood. He thought he was Hawkeye. He came out with the bow and arrow. My pops had a bow and arrow, and I've shot one. And he's like, listen, I ain't gonna do this. I'm gonna say what I say, and then ain't gonna be nothing, baby. That's what I just said. Listen, if your first rebuttal to Black Lives Matter is that all lives matter, unsubscribe to my fucking channel, you funky ass rat piece of shit. No, he's just a rat piece of shit. Bro, listen, if your response to Black Lives Matter is all lives matter, no, all lives matter, just unsubscribe to me. This ain't the spot. This ain't the spot for you. I'm just telling you, let it be known. Troublesome. Let it be known. Because, listen, common sense, every human life matters. We get that. That's common sense. Nobody should be able to decide when somebody else's life is taken like that. And, no judicial system, nothing. Just you take it upon yourself to wage war. I get that, right? But what people are trying to do is they're trying to go against the grain and say, no, Black lives don't matter. Floyd did it too, which was disappointing. But the reason why people are saying Black lives matter, and the whole reason this is even coming up, is because black people, the black community, has to have a level of fear when it comes to dealing with certain entities like the police. Tupac said it best. He said LAPD, the police, they the biggest gang in America, right? So the thing is, black people and minorities, black and brown, but definitely black at the top of that list, are being killed, detained, sent away at an alarming rate. They're being killed at a disproportionate rate based on the situation. Now, this has always been going on since every one of you has been born. This has existed. But we live in the uber social media age, so a lot of it's being filmed. So you get to see it, and you get to see, these phones is on point. Shout out to Steve Jobs, rest in peace. But I love my iPhone, and you're getting a different level of clarity. Back in the Rodney King days, the cameras and stuff weren't as readily available. Who just rode around the streets of LA with a camcorder, with a VHS? Because back in the day, they used to have the little tapes that you put in, the mini 8 tapes and stuff. People didn't necessarily ride around with that. And if you did see something, like I said, did you have a camcorder with you to see it? But now everybody keeps a phone with them. That's just a given. So, and it's easy. You just pick it out your pocket, get to the camera app, boom, you got action. So this has been going on, and people at the heart of it all, they're just tired of it. People are tired of these RIP shirts and stuff. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not promoting violence. So YouTube algorithm, I know my rights. I know the community guidelines. I'm not saying that. I know I'm a fixture in this boxing game. So I'll never tell you guys to do something that I wouldn't want to see any of my people, any of Ego's army go down for some bullshit. Talk about ego taught me. But I'm just telling you, that's where it's come to. People are fearful. People are worried, and people aren't going to stand for it. This is similar to like issue. It obviously is a different topic, but like the Boston Tea Party, it's like it gets to a point where people start to mutiny. People start to like create anarchy and chaos, until they heard. People are sick of it. They're sick of, like, literally, look at this whole, like, Sandra Bland. I could just think off the top of my head, and that's a bad thing. All the black people that were in police custody and mysteriously died or got apprehended and thought you had a gun, but then there was no gun. Dudes selling CDs, and he ended up getting clapped. Philando, Sandra Bland, Eric Gardner. I'm from the Bay. You know what it is. Oscar Grant. That hit too close to home. I ride that same BART. I be on Barton MacArthur. Not now, obviously, with the pandemic, but I rode that many a times, giving y'all boxing coverage and shit, and it's wrong. And Oscar Grant, how long ago was that? 11 years ago, something like that. They made a movie about it, and it's still the same shit. It's still here. How we have a guy jogging in Ahmad, and he jogging, minding his own business or whatever, and you seen him, whatever, peek into a building, and you follow him and apprehend him or whatever, and then it culminates in him getting shot and killed. And then within 2 weeks, like total recall, 2 weeks, you had this whole officer resting on George Floyd's neck. It's wrong, and you know it. That's why I think that plus where we're at with the COVID and all that, it's just too much for people to bear. People, they just can't. They like, nah, enough is enough. That's why you see the streets is looking like The Purge. This is, I told you, new media. Shout out to my man Ty. We had to talk about this. He said, bro, I love the streams. Your streams are great, real talk. And he from New Zealand, so he don't necessarily have to deal with what's happening in America. And he still respects the situation. We had a sidebar conversation, and he sees it. He sees what's going on. And that's all people are asking you to do is look at the situation. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You don't have a problem with what happened to George Floyd and someone kneeling on someone's neck till they are deceased, but you have a problem with Kaepernick kneeling. You the fucking problem. And then we got a president who wants to be a warlord, and he just he enrages people and incites this. Like, outside of white people, name a protected group that Trump hasn't offended since he's been in the office. He already went at Mexican people, said build a wall. They're bringing their murderers and rapists. He already went at Muslims and travel bans with Muslims. He's obviously disrespectful to black people, golfing and shit when it's popping off. Bro, aside from, white nationalists, though, who has Trump not offended? Man, what's popping? New media, Death Row East. I told you, fuck boxing. I'm always going to stand up for some real shit. If you don't like that, fuck you. Get off my channel. It's that simple. That's why I can only be me. That's all God put me on this earth to be me. And if I'm not your cup of tea, go get some coffee. I can't tell you what to do. But you see, they still keep coming back. The money keep coming in. But I'm always going to be me. And there's a lot of shapeshifters who now when it's all the way crazy and their businesses are getting tore up and stuff, now they care because they losing something. So when black people are losing their lives, minorities are losing their life again at a disproportionate rate, you didn't care. But now it's happening to you. See, it's like, man, I could go so deep. I might even start another channel, bro, because I got to go deep on this shit. But it's like Reaganomics. It's like the 80s, the epidemic of crack. That particular drug affected a lot of minority, black people particularly. The crack pandemic or epidemic, I guess, is more right, in the 80s. It was in the hood. That drug was in the hood. You was in New York at the time or whatever, you might get strung out, have crack babies, stuff like that. So all of a sudden, it's a war on drugs. Ronald Reagan, Reaganomics, that became the target. Places like Arkansas, they raiding the spot and all that. But then fast forward to the future, now you have drugs that don't just affect the black community at large. You have opioids. That's what people is on right now. A lot of people are on them pills and shit like that. That's branched off and it's affecting a lot more than just black people, And now people are like, oh, this is so wrong. But where were y'all in the 80s and the 90s, when New Jack City was out and people was talking about the crack? Now all of a sudden, when it starts entering the rich neighborhoods and different territories, now all of a sudden they care. You see what I'm saying? They didn't give a fuck about it when it was, because this is how people are. People are selfish, and in the world you need to be more selfless. They don't care unless it's happening to them. That's how a lot of people treat this shit. You're like, oh, okay, all these blacks are dying. I ain't got to worry about it. I'm white with blue eyes or whatever the case is, so I ain't got to worry about it. It's not something I've ever experienced. So now, this is America's karma, 400 years. Look what they did to Native Americans. Look at blacks. Look at slavery. This is America's karma. And then timing is everything, like I always say, whether it's boxing or the world, it's all about timing. You got a warlord president who's pushing people's buttons and creating racial tension. Like, just look at every group. Bro, why you think President Trump, I don't even like saying that, but why you think Trump talking about it's the Chinese virus and all that shit? And then you see an influx of Asian people getting harassed and beat the fuck up because people are like, man, I got fired from my job, and they're doing hate crimes against Asian people, but he's not making it better because you keep calling it the Chinese virus and all this stupid shit. Bro, he's inciting this. Let's get it, man. So, like I said, this is almost karma. It's just what it is. Smash the like button. This is just karma. This is the hate you gave. Thug life. Thug life. Yeah, but how we go from Rodney King 30 years ago or whatever the fuck it was in the same exact type of shit. Police brutality on tape. But this time, at least Rodney King lived. He just got beat the fuck up. This man got kneeled on his neck and died. So, I can't really tell people how to respond or react in a situation like that when you reach your breaking point. They going crazy in these cities. So, like I said, stay at home. Y'all don't need to be out there. Yeah, but they storming Beverly Hills. I don't know that I've ever seen it escalate to this, but that just shows you how fearful people are. And shout out to the I've seen a lot of Mexican people with the Mexican flags, and they like, man, we in it together, black and brown, because that I never understood. I feel like black and brown share a lot of the same stories and the same storylines. So that unity should always have been there. Phenomenal Mexican, what's up? He said Fashion Square Mall, a rich mall in Arizona, got fucked up. Yeah, is that the one that Jake Paul was at? Why he looting? What he got to do with this? Yeah, and the economy's bad. So President Trump said he gonna make America great again. 100,000 people died of this pandemic. The streets is a mess, looking like the purge. Riots and looting and graffiti, all the whole shit. The unemployment rate is higher than ever. So I hope this was what was being referenced about making America great again. I guess if this is a great America, then you did it. You did your thing. You did your thing. Unemployment rate crazy. They calling in the Army and the National Guard. The streets a mess. People are afraid to leave the house. Everyone got masks on, and businesses are crumbling left and right. So I hope this was that great America you was talking about. So now let's get it. I gotta say my piece. That's my preamble. Death Row East. Big ups to Canelo and Ryan Garcia for speaking on the situation. Yeah, man. Shout out to them. Everything counts. If you got a big profile and you speaking up, there's a lot of people speaking up. So I appreciate that. A lot of people is pussy though. They don't want to get involved. They don't want to get involved. Oh man, I don't want to lose fans. Man, fuck that. I want to lose fans. I'm looking for the smoke. I want to lose fans because you're not a fan of mine. Listen, I want to lose fans. So unsubscribe to me right now because at the end of the day, you're not a fan of mine. How are you a fan of mine? And I'm telling you what's going on. And and it's not just about me. I'm telling you what's going on in the world. And you don't choose to heed the warning. You don't choose to examine it, look at it, see what's being said, interpret it. Then I want to lose you as a fan because you're not really a fan. Yeah, come on, get back to the boxing. All lives matter. Then leave. All lives matter. Good. Go to the All Lives Matter channel because this ain't it. Death Row East. So I'm looking to lose fans. Good. Because I never wanted fans like that. I'd rather have a quaint, small group of 40 people who really bout it and who really optimistic and, willing to look at the bigger picture rather than me be some fucking robot or coon or whatever. And I got to walk on the eggshells. I don't want you as my fan. It's that simple. I don't want you and I damn sure don't need you. So, yeah, there's the door. Y'all heard it. Yeah. So, but they choose to stay anyway because I'm the god. I'm the stream king. I'm the kid with the golden voice they all talk about. They choose to stay anyway. But I'm telling you, there's the door because I'm going to keep addressing and talking about everything I've been talking about. Double standards, in boxing, in the world. I can only be me. It's like a music album. If you don't prefer a certain person's music, I ain't doing nothing wrong. If you don't like Justin Bieber music, don't buy Justin Bieber album. It's that simple. If you don't like this, like Mike Tyson said, change your channel, change the station, bro. I can't stop being me. You can stop watching me though. Let's get it. So, yeah, man, you gonna see right now it's looking all the way bad inboxing for old media. I bet you they start switching sides and now all of a sudden they gonna switch their demeanor and act like they've been bout it and bout the cause and shit like that. Nah, we remember. The funny thing is too, shout out to Deontay the Braun Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everybody, if y'all want me to keep going, just type Wilder in the comment section. I need all of y'all that are listening, if y'all want me to keep going, type Wilder in the comment section. I got to give this black man from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, oh my God, I got to give him some props right now. So if you want to hear why I want to give him props, I need y'all to encourage me. Put Wilder in the comment section. Write meow. To this day, yeah. All you have to do is put Wilder. Just type it in the comment section. We're going to celebrate what need to be celebrated. Okay, Rob G. Shout out to Gennaro. Yeah, just type the last. Okay, Matt Newcomb, my dude. Yeah, everybody just type Wilder. I don't care about, oh, you're a Wilder fanboy. Fuck you. Get off my station. Yeah, change the channel. We talking Pensacola. We talk tonight. Yeah, everybody give it up. Let's just put Wilder. That's all y'all got to do. Y'all got to hype me up. The money keep coming in. Y'all got to hype me up. The money coming in, though. The money keep coming in. To this day. Oh, my God. Now, listen. Y'all give me hype. Okay. Y'all give me hype. We going to talk about it. Now, the reason I'm telling everyone to put Wilder is shout out to a black man from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, former WBC champion of the world, for standing his ground and standing up for what he believe in. You see, everything that's going on right now, when Wilder did that interview, a lot of yous looked at Wilder like, oh, he's tripping. Oh, Tyson Fury too. Further on, Tyson Fury last fight with Wilder, he said, oh, it's not about a race and all about that. And I told you, and Wilder told you, I said Tyson Fury full of shit because he's talking about, oh, it's not about, Wilder said something about Black History Month, and a lot of you guys laughed at Wilder. You said, oh, yeah, he's making it about race. Boxing's not about race. And you tucked your tail and you didn't want to address what was real. And I told you what Tyson Fury said, oh, it's not about a black man, not about this, not about that. It is that. Now you see in this society, it is that. Now, I'm not saying to me or you, because you might not have these beliefs and convictions, but I'm talking about to the evils. There's a lot of people who are thinking like this. That's what we were addressing. Wilder, when he did that whole, to this day, yo, people too, when he did that whole little rant, a lot of you guys treated Wilder like he was an alien. Like, what is he talking about? He's just talking about race. He's pulling the race card. Fast forward, Ahmad just got killed for jogging. Fast forward, Big Floyd, George Floyd get killed, kneeled on and shit. Now, Wilder and myself starting to look like prophets. Starting to look like prophets because we told you, we warned you, we said what it was and what was out there, and y'all didn't believe it. Y'all said, oh, he's just making a commotion. He's just, kicking up dust for no reason. And now you see why he said, to this day, yo, people too. Now it's starting to make a whole bunch of fucking sense. Let me get to this money. Shout out to Leroy. Thank you for always keeping it real, big bruh. Realest channel in the business. Thank you. See, when you great, the people gonna tell you. Ain't nobody messing with new media. Shout out to Vaughn D Gaming. He said Wilder. Y'all know what it is. Gennaro, Carrillo. To this day, now it's starting to make a whole bunch of sense. All that stuff he was saying. You said he was just pulling the race card and, just talking out his ass. But now, Big Floyd, Ahmad, all this stuff is starting to make a whole bunch of sense. Starting to make a lot more sense. But that's all I had to say. I just want you guys to realize that it's starting to make sense now. Yeah, Mike from Boston doing a hell of a job. Shooters extraordinaire. It's starting to make a lot of sense. See, the thing is, old media, they know what I'm saying, what Wilder's saying. Wilder even said it in the interview, with the To This Day interview. He said, come on, you know what I'm talking about. He said, you know what I'm talking about. They try to play dumb. Old media try to play dumb like they can't see and can't feel what's going on in boxing or in the world. They try to play the role, but we ain't having it. You gonna feel this. You gonna feel this pain. I promise you that. You gonna feel this. We gonna make y'all feel this. Y'all know what it is. You see the same thing in boxing. If I say anything, they'll say, oh, you're just pulling the race card. It's not because Wilder's black. Get the fuck out of here. Because a lot of the old media, look at them. They giving props. They give more props to a dude that ain't done as much as the dude that you don't like. You say Wilder got a bum ass resume and this and that, but it's the same people. It's the same people who are bigging up Madrimov. What has he done? I'm just throwing out a name that I hear getting praised. So he didn't do nothing, the fighter, but I'm just making a point. The point is, what is Madrim? If Wilder and Tank got suspect resumes, then how the fuck are you promoting Madrimov like he the fucking dream team? What the fuck has he done? If we talking about suspect resume, oh come on, Tank's Gervonta. How's Gervonta gonna fight Gamboa? Come on, man. So you mad at Gervonta versus Gamboa, but you bigging up Madrimov. What the fuck has he done? Who has he beat? Who he beat? Bro, I promise you, this is the soul of Roger Mayweather in my veins right now. Who he beat? Who he beat? Motherfucker ain't beat nobody. Okay then. Bro, who the motherfucker beat? That's how you know old media is full of racists and bias and all types of shit. You give props to Madrimov, and he ain't fought nobody. You give props to Lomachenko with 6 fights. Say he the best ever. He Muhammad Ali. He'll beat Floyd. All types of shit. With 6 fights? Really? Name a black person that had 6 fights and they were anointed by old media. Like Errol Spence. He been looking raw. Errol Spence been look raw. When he was 15, 16-0, 17-0, been look raw. They say he was on steroids. Look at his nipples. They say, oh, he on something. They say, oh, he sucks. Oh, he ain't been tested. Come on, bro. And you wonder why old media can't exist. They can't romp and stomp with the big dogs. You wonder why they disappear. You wonder why they dropping off like flies, because we did this to you. Ronald Isley voice. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying. You feel it. In your heart, you know I'm right. There's always a problem, and it's these double standards, and we've exposed them. And now you see old media. They was crying in it. They panicking. They don't know what to do. Channels is falling off. Views is falling off. Listen, I do this when I do what I want. I don't care about no fucking credential. I'm the credential. I'm Young Credential. I'll cover the fights when boxing comes back. But until then, we still gonna make it smack. Bars. Let's get it. I'm the show. I don't have to have a bunch of fighters and one-on-ones and exclusives and shit like that. I do that when I want. I'm the motherfucker, I'm Boxingego. I am boxing. You see? There's a difference. There's a difference. Block Michael Brundish boxing. Block him. I don't care. Don't know what you talking about. Block him. Oh, my God. Yeah, and still, didn't I just say that? Ego Jones Jr. is going to be that way, baby. They only here to cause distractions. Y'all see? They only here to cause distraction. They told Andre Ward to his face that and Crawford that Lomachenko was better. Exactly. Exactly. Old media swinging at the air like boys in the hood. Bro, they on their tray. They on their tray style. Man, I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. Woo! Bro, they on that tray style. Man, I'm sick of this shit, man. Oh, yeah. Motherfucker, come on. I'm sick of this shit. Eat. Woo! They just punching in the living room. Because they can't survive this. Bro, this pandemic is, they can't. What they gonna do? Yeah, Sergi Blocka is back. Yeah, smash the like button for the Stream King. I told you. I do this in my slumber. Summer. It should be easy. This should be easy for a real one. He said they swinging like Shawn Wayans and Don't Be a Menace. Eat. Woo! When he start hitting them kids. Yeah. Bro, how can old media survive? And the great thing about new media is this. You know everything that we've said and stood for is true. I told you about the double standards. Old media tucked their tail and said these double standards and race doesn't matter. But look at America. Look what we going through right now as a whole. And I kept it real on my channel, Death Row East, believe in that. I kept it real. And I told you that race don't matter to me, but it definitely matters to them, to the racists, to old media. Old media try to sweep it on the rug, said, oh, this guy's making it about race. He's pulling the race card. Look what's happening in America. So can you deny what I was saying now? So once again, I kept it real. I told you what it was. And that's what it's going to be, baby. Yeah, they on that ashtray swinging at babies and shit. They don't know what to do right now. So anyway, let me get to some more of this boxing shit. Like, for example, old media. Bro, I'm trying to check that temperature. Where old media at, dog? Where are all the people that Eddie Hearn paid off? All the people that he paid off. There's real shit going on. Eddie Hearn said American takeover. How you gonna take over this motherfucker? The police can't even get people to calm down. How Eddie Hearn, a British dude, gonna take over America? Please let me know. I'm still waiting for the American takeover. Motherfucker, the police can't even bring order to the cities right now. And you got a British dude who approached the game like a car salesman, a used car salesman, talking about he gonna take over America. Motherfucking police bringing in the National Guard and State Patrol and shit. They can't even calm the streets down right now. So how Eddie Hearn gonna take over America? How you gonna take over this motherfucker? Man, y'all better stop playing. What's DAZN gonna do? The most disappointing thing about DAZN right now during this pandemic and all this, DAZN doing all these, oh, if your favorite boxer was a sneaker. They ain't said shit about this George Floyd situation. HBO did. They not even in the boxing game right now. Netflix did. I ain't heard shit from DAZN. Where DAZN when it comes to something real? Fuck these little tic-tac-toe TikToks and games and bullshit. Where when it comes to something real, see, that's what I told you. See, y'all gonna turn me to Ego Valley, I promise you. Y'all gonna turn me to Ego Valley because this is quintessential old media. When it comes to the real shit, Everybody can make money and do this and but when it comes to that real shit, there's only one place to go, and that's right here, Death Row East. Believe in that. New media. When it comes to real shit, you don't get that from old media. They not talking about what's going on. They playing little bullshit games and shit. Oh yeah, if Canelo fought Jorge Masvidal, what do you think about that? Bro, he ain't fighting Jorge Masvidal. Yeah, okay, but what if Dillian White fought Ngannou? He's not fighting Ngannou. They can't even get a fucking motherfucking monkey-ass press conference. How he fighting Ngannou? Man, stop playing with me. Y'all better stop playing with the God. You block for a difference of opinion, block him. Yeah, you a statistic. You getting blocked too. Yeah, block Troy Bolton. Yeah, we gonna put them bolt on you. Why they be crying? You block for a difference, block him. Yeah, you right. I block for a different opinion. Whatever it's gonna be, I told you I'm like Eminem. Cause I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? I sit back with this pack of zigzags in this bag. Yeah, I am whatever you say I am. If that's what you think about me, cool. Block them. We gonna get you too. We gonna get rid of all y'all. Man, you and they be doing the Tekashi shit, snitching on me. Who you telling? I ain't breaking no YouTube community guidelines. Me and YouTube's cool. I ain't done nothing. I ain't done nothing against company policy, YouTube policy. They be telling and snitching. Man, you block people for a different opinion. Yeah, you right. Block them. Yeah, we gonna block everything. Bro, we gonna block. I'm blocking it all. Don't come at me. He was crying in it. Don't come here crying. I don't care. Go say that. Go, talk to somebody else. Go get a therapist or something. Don't come here with them tears. I feast off your tears. You foolish infidels. I feast on your tears. Dude, you gonna just talk boxing or talk about yourself? I'm gonna talk about block him. Oh my God. Oh, as I said it, Mike from Boston blocked him. Bro, I'm gonna keep talking about myself. I do what I want. If you don't like it, change your station. Bro. It's the same dude probably coming back too. This is funny. Hey man, you just block him. Yep. We don't even care. Old media is dead. I told you. It don't even matter what they talking about. I'm what counts out here. Oh man, I feel like Pesci in Casino before they got him with the bats. I ask you, when the fuck get this through your head, you motherfucker, you. Bro, I'm Pesci out here. Stop playing. I'm Pesci and Goodfellas. Stop playing. Oh, what am I a joke? What am I a joke? I ask you, get the fuck, you motherfucker, bro. I'm on that Pesci shit. Shout out to Tal. He said they angry. Why they always angry? They act like they have to be on my channel. Oh, man, this is funny. Why they so angry though? I'm not even mad like that. Like I'm having a peaceful Sunday. They just keep coming back like roaches. And then my shooters got that raid. We gonna raid on them. We gonna rain on their parade with the raid. Bars, let's get it. So yeah, man, what is DAZN gonna do? When they gonna stand up for something? So they ain't said nothing about, standing for, like the other companies, taking a stand for what's happening in the world. See, and this is what happens. You get a company, they're based out of UK. They don't even want to jump in the mix. Oh yeah, these are American problems. So that people respect it more when you just take a stance. I'm telling you. Joe Pesci is a beast. Great actor. One of my favorites. So DAZN ain't taking no stand for nothing real. DAZN ain't putting no live events on, right? And DAZN ain't even telling their consumer who have paid in. Like if you got the $100 shebang, you got the year paid for, you haven't had boxing since March. And it's about to be June. What you haven't even told the consumers what their recourse is. All they said is you could pause your account. Man, I'm Nino Brown. Cancel that. I'll buy another one. Why would I pause it? What's the benefit of that? I'm going to cancel that until you get boxing right. DAZN need to file for bankruptcy. Oh, wow. LOL, they about to get foreclosed on. Bro, that Lynn Blavnik probably, he doing the trade from Boys in the Hood. He punching air because he left it to people. It is apparent the front men and the money men don't really know or respect, don't know, don't show, or don't give a fuck about boxing. You know, one of the 3 or so options I just labeled out there for you. They don't know boxing. So they left it to Eddie Hearn, a British dude, to tell you what's popping in America. He said this channel is toxic. Good, you ain't got to worry about that. Block him. Oh, my God. Oh, my shooters is doing that. Listen, give it up. Give it up for my shooters. Yeah, give it up to the shooters. I just want a round of applause. Get some claps because they making the streets a better place. Bro, this dude keep coming back. Oh, your channel's toxic. Why you keep coming back to it, though? The money keep coming in. Listen, I forgot. When they hate, donate. I don't even know I'm on this track. I'm going to let the outlaws ride on you. Who are they telling on? Like, I don't get it, bro. Man, your channel's I think they're trying to start, a mini riot or something. They want y'all to turn on me. They want y'all to be like, yeah, this channel is toxic. We're not gonna take it. They want y'all to start picketing and all types of shit. Like, I'm not watching Boxingego. We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it. Bro, they ain't gonna turn on me. I didn't do nothing wrong to the fans. Me and the fans is like this. It's old media. We don't see eye to eye. Man, the shooters is putting in maximum work. The shooters are putting in maximum work. Old media body on the ground shaking. We watch him twerk. Phenomenal Mexican, when they hate, donate. He said Eddie Hearn turned into Guerrero, lie, cheat, steal. Oh, wow. He out of control. My dude, Phenomenal Mexican, he out of control. Look, the money keep coming in. I don't even know what this is. PayPal trying to look. Look, PayPal said they sending me money. Look, PayPal sending me money. They said the payment in process. What? PayPal trying to send me money. Okay. We gonna get this guap. He said he said any man that say toxic is a bitch in my opinion. Hey, you wrong, bro. Bro, he think he Britney Spears talking about this toxic shit. Man, whatever. I feel you though. That is kind of weird to be like, this channel's toxic. That he probably be using all that. Like, I do something good, he be like, slay, ego, slay. Like, what you talking about, slay? My shooter's about to slay you. You don't even sound right, motherfucker. Yes, bitch, yes. Slay, ego, slay. Like, this channel's toxic. You got a toxic ass channel. Yes, bitch, yeah. Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Man, don't be coming on my channel talking about no yes, bitch, yes. Like, you weird. Get these weird motherfuckers off my shit, bro. I told you I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm better than ever. Motherfucker, he's so toxic, ego. Slay. Slay. Yes, bitch, yes. Like, yes, bitch, yeah, bro. Who talks like this? Motherfucker, 26 talking like... Never mind, let me stop. I gotta stop. Smash the like button. Yeah, bro. These dudes, old media struggling. They finna be on OnlyFans in no time. I promise you that. They finna be on OnlyFans, either as host or customers. Bro, they gonna spend their last little coins on some OnlyFans shit. Because I'm so toxic. So they got blocked. They say I'm so toxic. So I call on my shooters to block shit. We put you in the box shit. Start putting you in them boxes. That's Amazon Prime. I'm like Optimus. I'm in my prime. Let's get it. Bro, they say I'm toxic. We just block shit. Bars. Let's get it. So, smash the like button. What is the zone? When are they gonna respond to the folk? When to the people? You in a pandemic. When you gonna respond to the people? What's your next fight? Like, you ain't saying nothing. The zone playing hide and seek right now. You remember? Listen. You ever remember playing hide and seek as a kid? And then you hide behind a car, and then you know that the number one trick that kids did when somebody hide behind a car is to look underneath the car. Like, you know, you get down on the ground and you look underneath the car, and they be hiding by the wheel well. So their body is like this, like in fetal position by the wheel well, so you can't see their feet, because you always got to get low and look underneath the car to try to see where their feet is at. The zone is by the wheel well of the car. You remember that? I know I can't be the only one to play hide and seek. Do y'all remember that? When someone run behind the car and then they duck down and they hide by the wheel? That shit was smart as a kid, because they couldn't see them little feetsies. They couldn't see them feet when you were by that wheel. They're like, oh, shit. King Corleone said, yeah, I know what you talking about. King Corleone be knowing. He be knowing the shit. That's the zone. They hiding by the wheel of the car and shit. They be like, hey, man, when you gonna get some more boxing, motherfucker? The fans is mad and shit. What you gonna do with my $100 now? When you gonna have some fights? The zone by the wheel of the car, like. Remember when Smoke and Craig was in the bed of the truck? It ain't them niggas in that car on Friday. And then Chris Tucker's, that's the zone. They in the bed of the truck hiding out from Dub C and shit with the Uzi. It ain't them niggas that car. Bro, where's the zone going to speak out? My homie got smacked in the head trying to run up cars, trying to hide. Oh, wow. We used to be bad, bro. Never mind. I can't even say. I don't even want to say that. We used to do some bad shit, though. Anyway, DAZN, when they gonna come out with something? Where Eddie Hearn? And see, that's how you know Eddie Hearn behind the scenes is sweating bullets and shit. Because he's normally boastful. And he's all in the video and normally saying all this and that. I'm checking for it. Where's Eddie Hearn right now with all the boastful shit? Because the shit is looking a mess. And they're saying, I heard through a bird, they're saying that behind the scenes, Sky Sports is mad at him. Bro, just imagine this. Just imagine this whole position. And I predicted this shit. I predicted this shit in Tupacalypse. And for once, I was down with niggas that felt good in the hood being around. And for the first time, everybody let go. And the streets with death row. I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. Bro, I predicted this shit in Tupacalypse. Imagine this. This is the DAZN curse. Eddie Hearn was about to sell out Sky Sports. What I mean is they were going to introduce DAZN UK. Right? That's an obvious conflict of interest because the team and the company, Sky Sports, that gave you opportunities and ran all your funky Liam shows over there, you trying to sell them out and let DAZN infiltrate and take over their territory. So why would Sky Sports not be mad? You was going to come out with DAZN UK for the Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders, which you take a part of because you manage Billy Joe Saunders' career. Right? So why would Sky Sports not be mad? DAZN was finna not only take shares of UK boxing, but they undercut them. Sky Sports is a box office at, let's say, £18 a month or £18 for a pay-per-view. You were gonna let DAZN UK, because they're failing in America, you were gonna let them undercut them and charge £5 a month. That's cold blood. Cold blood here. There's this old MTV bit with Tom Green, and it was called Undercutter's Pizza. So someone would call the pizza place, and then Tom Green would show up in a pizza uniform with a box of pizzas, and then he would go to the person's door, and they were like, okay, your total is $19.99 for your 2 pizzas. And he would have 2 pizzas, and he would be like, oh, I'll only charge you 10. And it was called Undercutter's Pizza. And he would just go, and wherever He would just go to the customer's house with the other pizza that they called for and say, "Hey, I'll give you 2 pizzas and I'll only charge you 10." That's DAZN. That's Eddie Hearn, Undercutter's Pizza, Tom Green. Look it up. It's on Google. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or something. Sky Sports box office is 17, 18 pound, a higher price point. Eddie Hearn was going to bring in his U.S. cards like Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders, a UK fighter, and make them only pay £5. That's the price point that was supposed to be had. Instead of Sky Sports getting that Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders fight. So you was about to sell out the company that helped make you. Then all this pandemic shit happened. So how you think Sky Sports is viewing you? Imagine if you had a business partner or associate and you found out they was finna do that to you, and then the plan got thwarted because of the pandemic or whatever. That doesn't erase the whole thought that, damn, he was really finna double cross me, basically. You see what I'm saying? So you think Sky Sports is over it, knowing that they was about to get double crossed, and it just didn't happen only because of this pandemic, but it was already in motion. So you think Sky Sports is feeling that? They're like, oh, you motherfuckers. All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you was just going to bring DAZN to the UK, huh? Yeah, you could have took them to Italy. You could have took them to Austria, all types of places, but you going to bring them right here, huh? In the United Kingdom. You motherfuckers. Oh, my God. They was mad, bro. I can only imagine getting double-crossed like that. I'll be hot, too. Oh, you, hey, Eddie, you motherfucker. Yeah, you was going to bring DAZN right over here, huh? I couldn't get, so yeah, you gonna give us the Liam fight and DAZN UK. Their first fight is Canelo Alvarez, huh? Yeah, Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, he's gonna let them fight on all my dollar. You know they have to be angry. Like Wilder said, Eddie Hearns be on that snake shit, playing both sides. Oof. And bro, who called this shit out from the beginning? I told you. I said, listen, where are my real ones at? Who remembers me saying that Eddie Hearn working with DAZN and trying to sell them and then working with Sky Sports in the UK was a conflict of interest and it was bound to blow up in somebody's face? Who remembers me saying this? I didn't say it once. I didn't say it twice. I kept telling y'all. Who remembers me saying that it was a conflict of interest? That's why shit like that, normally it doesn't even happen. That's like me working at Burger King and McDonald's. Motherfucker, like, pick a side, niggas looking weird. What did Nip say? Trying to keep it there, nigga, pick a side, niggas looking weird. He said, what did he say? Switch your sides, niggas looking weird. Bro, I told you. I predicted this shit. He said, I remember, no cap. He said, yeah, you said he was a double agent. I told you. I told you. How am I going to work at Burger King and McDonald's? They got different mission statements, different, specials, Big Mac versus the Whopper. It don't really fly. Because how can you have vested interest in two different companies like that with different priorities? So Sky Sports, they trying to make money for them, right? DAZN, they trying to stay afloat. So how you going to cater to both? It's like, why do you think, unless you believe in polygamy or something, having a wife or a girlfriend and a side piece, that's why that wouldn't work. Because your side piece, if she start catching feelings, she gonna demand more and more of your time, and you can't really give her more and more of your time because you got a fucking wife, you got a living girlfriend, right? How you gonna appease both of them? King Corleone said, I remember everything you say. You a battle rapper, so I know your memorization skills is on point, and you be remembering movies. Yeah, give my man King Corleone a follow on the gram. He'll let you know what he's up to. Remembering what you say helps me win a ton of arguments relating to the sport of boxing. Facts. And that's good because that's spreading the new media energy all through this bitch. But I told you Eddie Hearn was a double agent. I was the one saying it. See, Eddie Hearn tried to pay off media. They not finna say what I'm about to say because they not self-made like me. I told you, it's over. Everything starts from now. Ain't no one man above the crew. You know that shit. Bro, I told you all of this. And now that it comes full circle, like it always does, new media stays winning. All the people Eddie Hearn bought buffets for and flights and hotel rooms and snuck them in the back, they ain't gonna say this. That's why it automatically, by default, makes me the realest motherfucker out, because I came from the gutter and I'm still here, and I have creative control, so I can keep it real. I can keep it all the way funky when it comes to boxing. They can't, because they have somebody else's agenda as their priority. Y'all got me too hyped. Mess around, hit the wrong button. That's what happens. So you tell me that I ain't real. I reject your deposit. Nah, I hit the wrong button, getting too hyped. Y'all got me too hyped. Stop hyping me up. Stop giving me hype. That's the whole thing about it. And now you're getting to see old media, they looking like dust. Last year we was kicking up dust. This year you motherfuckers gonna be dust. Nah, ain't nobody hijacked the stream. I'm right here. Ego and DBN are the godfathers of the new media mafia. Straight facts. Facts. I co-signed that. That's why I said you have to have that entrepreneurial spirit. I could give everybody a fair shake in boxing, and I do. I give everybody a fair shake. You doing something right, I tell you. If you're doing something wrong or something that I feel has constructive criticism, I professionally tell you. I'm not out here. I don't call Eddie Hearn all types of names, call him the B word or not. I'm not doing nothing like that. I'm just telling you what it is. So, bro, we winning. We winning all the way around. Any way you slice it. Old media can't do this because they can never be this real. Because they have another man in their hands in their pockets and shit. Another man's paying their way. I don't have that. I don't have somebody else paying my way. So therefore I have full creative control. We did it the E40 way. The independent out the trunk hustle. So now during this pandemic, I don't care about a pandemic. Like, I'm not saying I don't care in terms of people suffering, but what I'm saying is my business model is built for this. If media can't go cover fights, that doesn't really hurt me, because that just, even though I cover fights, even though I interview fighters and shit like that when I have fight weeks, my whole business model is not made up entirely of having to do that. There's been several fights that I sat it out if it wasn't a business, because I don't have no big team that I built and put together and I send them to every fight. So it don't hurt me. This just takes me back to my roots. This got me feeling like Kunta Kinte, bro. I'm just back at my roots. But not everyone set their shit up. People, they relied on other people. People paying their way, giving them credentials, like Eddie Hearn, giving you a credential to try to fake hype up his events. They relied on one-on-one interviews, things like that. So, of course, if that's your whole business model, it's going to hurt you. It's the same thing with DAZN. Their business model suffers because they're not attached to a network at the moment. And then, so you don't have a linear network that always has something to show. Like, for example, Showtime, HBO, ESPN, Fox, they all have some content that they're distributing in lieu of this pandemic. Right? Who disagrees with that? Who disagrees with that? They all have content that they are running right now. Like ESPN they might be like, every company might be hurt a little bit, I have less things, but ESPN just run the Tyron Woodley fight last night, which was a good fight. So they still have stuff. They still have ESPN Plus. ESPN just ran the Michael Jordan critically acclaimed 10-part docuseries, Last Dance, right? Fox is still airing news and stuff like that. So DAZN is the black sheep of sports entertainment, which was fake, supposed to be the Netflix of boxing. They don't have a plethora of different content that's interesting to many people, especially in America, that they're running right now. What is DAZN ran? Like a couple interviews, a couple podcasts that they're making and releasing for free on their YouTube. I'm talking about something that's exclusive. Name one thing. Bro, I'm going to burn all you motherfuckers. Name one thing that DAZN has made that is 1,000% exclusive to the DAZN app, and legally, I'm not talking about like illegal streams or some shit. Legally, it's exclusive to that app, so it's not supposed to be anywhere else. Name one thing. So you can't, that automatically, all the shows that they got, like the interviews and podcasts and Sergio Mora's show, that's all out the window because that's on YouTube. So what do they have? They have no live event, which was 95% of their business, and then other 5% of garbage, right, is made available on the free YouTube platform. So I question, why pay $20? I'm not telling you what to do with your money. If it makes sense to you, I would love to hear it. But to me, it don't make sense with your business model why you would pay $20 a month and you're not. Somebody said a Pizza Patron commercial. Get out of here. It don't make sense what you're doing. What do you have? See, listen, this is why I'm the prodigal son and the prodigal son has returned. I'm asking you guys a direct question. They get mad, like, oh, Ego thinks he's always right. Prove me wrong. That's all I'm asking. I'm looking for the smoke and asking you to prove me wrong. Name one thing that is exclusive right now, pandemic mode, for DAZN that can only be found on the DAZN app. Like yesterday, for example, ESPN is still running content. UFC, that's exclusive to ESPN. If anybody were to get on YouTube and broadcast the ESPN UFC fight that they just had with Tyron Woodley, then it would be punishable. You could get your account flagged and terminated. So what does DAZN have like that? That's of interest. Triple G's handlers are looking over the country for his next opponent. They got scouts in Minneapolis, New York, LA, and Washington at the protest. Bro, get out of here. So that's the same thing with old media. A lot of old media, their channel was built up on talking to people. Bro, I motherfucking Jack Nicholson in The Shining. I could talk to myself and entertain you. My business model is always different because I don't need any one particular thing. There's been fights in the past that I've applied for when I was first starting that I didn't get credentials for, but it didn't stop me from being able to talk about the fight. So that's why you gotta look at your business model and see if it makes sense. Always be adjusting, adapting, and improving and evolving. Some people aren't like, for example, Instagram is still fine. Protest, no protest. If anything, Instagram might be more popular because people are trying to see what's going on around the world in these protests. You see what I'm saying? So certain business models are still doing okay during this time. But then other people, because they didn't have other things set up, it's not the same. And that's how you notice how old media and DAZN, they're kind of synonymous. DAZN is not set up for this. You the man. Appreciate you, David. DAZN is not set up for this. And guess what? Neither is old media. Old media never cared about, a lot of them, I can't say everyone, but a lot of them never cared about intermingling with the fan one-on-one. They're like, yo, I got this Broner weigh-in footage. You see what I'm saying? That's the content. See, my shit is different because not only was I giving you the Broner, Jesse Vargas weigh-in footage, I also rapped to the fans and gave you my thoughts. You know, I gave you my thoughts about it all. Hold on 1 second. All right, we back. The money keep coming in. I was on a break and the money came in. It says that the Zone's first scouting for Triple G at the protest. Hey, you out of control, bro. Virgil Ortiz, I like him, but the downside is he's in the Terrence Crawford position. He's a one particular person who can't fight themselves on a platform that doesn't have control of the careers of the other poppin' welterweights. So it's the same thing with Crawford. Well, obviously Crawford's further along in his career than Virgil Ortiz, but Crawford is the man. He's dope, but he has no contemporary on his side. That's why you see, bro, this is what I'm talking about. Why do you think Virgil Ortiz just posted on social media about fighting Adrian Broner? That's an Al Heyman PBC fighter with a lot more clout name than you. So I don't see that happening. One, Broner's coming off a loss. Two, this is the size of the street landscape. And then three, what does Broner get out of fighting you? You see what I'm saying? And that's not a disrespect, but he just fought Pacquiao. So why would he go to DAZN to fight a guy who's on the up and coming, who even if he were to beat, I'm not saying he would beat him, I'm just saying hypothetically if he beat him, what does he really get at this point of his career? So you really have to build yourself up. Yes, Virgil Ortiz called out Adrian Broner. But see, man, everything I say is true and you know it. That's why you see Oscar and Virgil Ortiz, they keep linking his name to everybody else. Oh, I want to see the Errol Spence fight in 2 years. Oh, he wants to fight Keith Thurman. Oh, he wants to fight Broner. But there's no one on Golden Boy that they're calling out. How come? Alex Brown, they'll be back. but there's no fight, so I can't really do that. You feel me? Or no big enough fight, because that takes time. So it has to. I'll bring it back for you. Mr. King Palmer, salute for your work, Ego. Appreciate you, my guy. Be safe out there, too. I think you're in the East Coast, New York or something. That, bro, it's the same thing. Listen, people get mad when I say it. I don't care. Don't watch me. Name a company whose fighters are constantly called out. Fighters, plural, not one fighter like Canelo, not just one person, but fighters, where their fighters, name someone outside of PBC where their fighters are constantly mentioned by rival promotions. I'll wait. Question. Name another promotional outfit where their fighters are constantly called out more than the PBC. So old media, they're so stupid that they don't even choose the winning side with their arguments. They'll say, for example, PBC sucks and they have horrible fights, but there's no company in boxing that more so than the PBC fighters get called out. That's just a fact. That's a fact. I'm not saying there's no other good companies or nothing else. That's not what I'm saying. But obviously the PBC has some popping guys. And I'm not talking about onesies, twosies, like where a guy called out Ryan Garcia, a guy called out Canelo. I'm talking about DAZN as a whole or Top Rank and ESPN as a whole. You don't see this. You see PBC fighters. Okay, Ryan Garcia, for example, all of the fights he's talked about having, most of them aren't on DAZN. The only one that's on DAZN is Devin Haney. And he said that he want to fight Devin Haney last. So throw that out the window. Every other name Ryan Garcia is mentioning is primarily with PBC. Talking about he want to fight Abner Mares. Talking about he want to fight Pacquiao, who I think has one more fight. You see what I'm saying? Talking about he want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. That's the reality. Errol Spence. He been mentioned by, let's say, Virgil Ortiz and or his promotion, Terrence Crawford. You don't see no one else being called out more than PBC guys. Tank Davis is getting called out from everybody. Yeah, Canelo, he gets called out, but he's a big popular fighter, you know, and that's one person. Now I can name you way more than one person. How many people have called for a Keith Thurman fight? Said they want to fight Keith Thurman. You know, Crawford called for him, Virgil Ortiz and Oscar said it, etc. So that's just the reality of what it is. So it's funny because old media, they constantly say that, oh, PBC, they suck and this fighter's not known. But why do they have fighters that are called out more than any other outfit? There's no other promotional outfit that has more fighters called out than PBC. You know, or not even just called out, mentioned. Look at Dillian White. Okay, he mentioned Tyson Fury. That's one top-ranked guy. But look at all the guys that he's mentioning, like Andy Ruiz and Wilder. And look at the frequency. He's mentioned Wilder's name. Dillian White has mentioned Wilder and Andy Ruiz's name a lot more than he's mentioned Tyson Fury. If you look at like a boxing website and let's say you search the term Dillian White, and then anything that pulled up the script and the characters written, and Dillian White was the search term on that boxing website, and you said exclude Wilder, exclude Deontay Wilder, and you excluded it, that list would go from this to this. So what I'm saying is, if you searched and then you fine-tune your search, and then you took out all of the times where the article is mentioning Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder and Dillian White, you wouldn't have that many search results. If you took out Andy Ruiz, right, and the search that pulled up Dillian White articles could not have the words Wilder or Andy Ruiz in it, the headline and the body, the paragraphs, couldn't have the words Wilder or Andy Ruiz, Deontay Wilder or Andy Ruiz in it, you would have virtually almost no recent articles. But if you did the same and then you put Dillian White as the main search term and then you exclude the word Tyson Fury, you could still pull up a lot of articles. So that's my point. My point is these dudes they keep calling out the same people and shit, and these fights aren't happening. Phenomena Mexican. DAZN has a show with Danny Garcia, a PBC guy. No comment. That's what I'm saying. Bro, they interviewing everybody but DAZN fighters. How you got a Terrence Crawford top rank interview on DAZN? You got motherfucking Danny Garcia popping fighters from other promotional. You doing posters and graphics about who would win Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Why the fuck do you care? You don't have rights to either fighter. Why the fuck do you care to the point where you're promoting that more than you... Bro, get them out of here, bro. I'm so done. This shit don't make sense. Why do you care who wins Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford? That ain't got shit to do with you. That's like McDonald's buying up ad space in a magazine or some shit, and they talking about Burger King's burger. Man, get these motherfuckers out of here, bro. You know, and usually when you see that, it's in reference in like a negative comparison. They're saying our burger's 80% juicier than Burger King's burger. But with DAZN, they talk about who would win, guys. Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford. Why the fuck you care? Why you put up a graphic who would win Demetrius Andrade versus Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade versus Canelo, Demetrius Andrade versus Triple G? That's something in your power. You can actually make those. I don't know about Jacobs because him and Andrade are cool, but them other fights you can make. Andrade versus Caleb Smith, Billy Joe Saunders versus Caleb Smith. You can make all these fights, but you sitting up here talking about the fight you can't make that has nothing to do with you. Get them out of here, bro. Until this shit start to make sense, they can go. Get them out of here, bro. This shit is trash. This shit don't make no sense. I don't care who the fuck mad. You gotta make it make sense. You not helping my sport. It's that simple. You're not helping shit. You're not helping the sport grow. You can focus on so many matches that you can make internally. Like, why I got to hear about Dillian White Wilder, Dillian White with Andy Ruiz, none of which you're making, but Dillian White and Philip Ergovich, you ain't never hear these motherfuckers' names together like that. You don't hear about Dillian White Usyk. This is dumb shit you can make. You can make Dillian White versus Usyk. You can make Dillian White AJ too. But you rather talk about AJ Fury. You rather talk about Wilder, which we know AJ didn't want. You rather talk about Dillian White Ruiz, Dillian White Wilder. Why don't you talk about some shit you can make? Like without nobody else. Just an internal fight. You don't have to make no calls to Al. You don't have to make no calls to Bob. You can just make it right now. Pandemic, no pandemic. You can make it right now. But you ain't talking about none of that. You want to talk about the clout chasing shit that you can't make or that's harder to make. It's sad, bro, because I'll be damned if I let my sport get to the point where it's just a big clout chase fest, you know? Like where that's just all that boxing is. It's just a bunch of fights that could or should be a reality that you can't make, that you want to talk about and build, but you ain't making none of them. Nah, I can't be down with that. So whatever it's gonna be is gonna be. The promoters got to step it up, you know. Back up on some of your demands. If you want to work with a rival promotion to make the fight, maybe you got to back off some of your demands. Maybe you got to be more realistic. If not, fuck them. Do internal in-house fights to the best of your ability. Again, it makes no sense why we have to hear about Dillian White and all these PBC guys. None of it's happening. But then there's Dillian White and there's heavyweights that he could fight on Matchroom with DAZN, with Rematch Room, that you never hear about. Ego, YouTube won't let me super chat. I don't know what to tell you. They tripping. Send a PayPal. I don't know. Cash out. We working. So, you know, the game, this pandemic is really showing a lot of truth in the booth. And we gonna see. You know, we'll see where it leads. But I think it's actually cleaning up boxing because none of this stuff is fashionable. Like I said, you look at Dillian White and Ngannou, cool fight. But if you're not making it, Why do we have to watch a fake press conference? I'm glad the press conference got ruined. I'm glad that Dana White and the UFC and Team Ngannou stepped in and canceled that. Because it's a waste of fans' time to get hyped up and there's no... All right, put it this way. What Eddie Hearn and DAZN have been doing, it's like going into a movie theater. And the first part of the movie is character development, and it's a little bit slow. And then the action starts heating up. Like, okay, Optimus Prime and the Transformers about to battle the threat. And the action just starts to kick up, and then the movie cut off. Who would want that? So right when you're about to get to the good shit, the movie just cut off. How is that desirable? That's, in effect, what Eddie Hearns is attempting to do with this clout chasing, like these press conferences. You got O'Hare Davis yelling at whoever, Liam. You got Ngannou and Dillian White, at each other's throats, promising knockouts. But then the movie cuts off because you don't actually have the fight. The UFC, Dana White just told you on camera, he said, Eddie's a cool dude. I ain't no problems with him, but that press conference ain't going to happen. Eddie Hearn, he says, we're not worried about your business. We're trying to get our business back up and running. So we're not really concerned with Ngannou versus a boxer. So what is Eddie Hearn out here doing? Dana White just told you that that's the last of his priorities. So why did I need to see a press conference between two people when you don't have the other side on board? The other side is saying, I don't care about Ngannou boxing. We already lost Conor McGregor and his stock dropped, losing to Floyd. Why I want to send Ngannou? I'm not saying he would lose, but I'm just saying, why would we want to send him to someone else's sport again? So it's looking grim, and people are running out of room and running out of ideas, obviously. And they're doing it UFC. I don't get what you're saying. It just got, like I said, the content has to make sense. People will be all with it. Block watermelon gum. You're a rat. Rock 'em. It's like McDonald's saying, are burgers from Burger King better than Wendy's burgers? Ooh, shout out to Renee. I like that piggyback. I like that add-on. That's exactly it. You wasted the ad space to debate somebody else's burgers. This is unheard of. This is what DAZN's doing. Hey, who would win? Errol Spence is a great welterweight. Terrence Crawford is a great welterweight. Neither of which we have any rights or options on their fights. Who would win? And that's what, that's the gist of your conversation about what other people got and what you don't. But then you ain't never even uttered Andre versus Charlo. Andre versus Canelo or Andre versus Triple G. Fights you can actually make, Why would you focus on fights you can't make easily and then not the in-house fights you can? Like Dillian White versus Usyk. That'll be a better fight than Usyk has had at heavyweight. And that'll be Dillian White's best skillful guy that he's ever fought, outside of Joshua, I guess. Right? So since Joshua, that'll be Dillian White's most skilled guy he fought. That's a good fight. You ain't never heard Eddie Hearn even really talk about that. And Usyk is a mandatory for AJ. So the winner of that fight, Usyk and Dillian White, could get AJ. Or if AJ Pulev winner. Eddie Hearns be blue balling dudes. Great term. Blue balls. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why anyone would need that in the sport of boxing. How do you think that grows boxing? How? So I think the best thing is to, focus on that which you can create. I don't think you guys would appreciate my boxing channel if I just told you about what I wanted to do. And I just suggested things, but I couldn't pull them off. You see what I'm saying? if I just said, hey, would you guys like if I interviewed Floyd Mayweather? And everyone's like, yeah, interview Floyd, yeah. And people like the idea, but I haven't communicated with Floyd or his team to make that a reality, and I ain't got no Floyd interview, then what was the point of me soliciting that out? Does that make sense to y'all? Why would I do a poll asking, hey, do you guys want me to interview Floyd? And I ain't even done the legwork to make that a reality. And Floyd like, I'm rich, motherfucker. Easy work. I ain't interviewing with that motherfucker. That light-skinned motherfucker with the hat and glasses. I ain't interviewing with him. Bro, I look stupid. Because I'm doing polls and shit asking if I should talk to Floyd, and I ain't made that happen. So if the fans wanted it to happen and I ain't done no legwork, that just don't make no sense, bro. He said, hey kids, do you like violence? Yeah, exactly. You want to see me stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? Anyway, that's my time. I'll be back with some more heat. Keep it locked on the channel. The Zone doesn't really have a stable outside. Oh, y'all want to keep going? Hold on. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna extend it 5 more minutes. Okay. My man Hamza, always great comments. So I gotta extend this because I gotta hear what he's talking about. The Zone doesn't really have a stable outside of 160, and even at 160, they don't want to make these dudes fight each other. Boom, we got action. You never know. That's a great comment. Fury clout chased Conor too. Did he? Oh, he said he was training him and all. The Zone depends on Hearn's double talk. Exactly. But to me, it don't really make sense. You like, if you guys have a business or you plan on starting a YouTube channel or a business, take it from me. Don't broadcast what you finna do and what you plan to do. Please don't do it, because you'll end up disappointing. The better thing, and I tried to live by this. I know I've messed up with it before, with something particular. But more often than not, I don't talk about the shit. I just do it, because action is always going to be stronger. It's like a girl. So many guys have got at a girl, a particular pretty female, that they don't care. They want to see actions. They want to see this stuff manifested. You say, oh, I'm going to take you for a date and I'm going to take you to a duck pond and have a picnic with you. They don't, that's cool. But they want to see it. They want to see you create this date that you are setting up. Eddie Hearn, he think he a pimp or something. He just trying to tell you about the date. He trying to tell the bitch about the date. Oh yeah, I'm going to sweep you off your feet and, we'll start off with a nice glass of wine. Ain't telling you all this shit, selling you a dream, but where's the girl's like, where's the date? Where's the action? Where's the execution behind what you said? Tell me when Eddie Hearn gonna execute the shit he's talking about. It's a bad time, bro, for old media. Not for me, but for you though. You announced the Ngannou and Dillian White press conference the same day it gets pulled. Who does that? Imagine me announcing that I got an interview with Floyd, right? I'm just going to use the same example. And then the day I do a graphic for everything. I'm like, debuting on the channel at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then all of a sudden the interview can't come out. You know how bad that's going to make me look? And that's because Floyd didn't approve of it or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You got to get your ducks in a row. Luis Ortiz and Dillian White would be good, but White is ducking him. See? You already know what it is, bro. They talking about Wilder, Andy Ruiz. Why not fight Luis Ortiz? That's a great fight. And the funny thing is, the UK, y'all part of it. A lot of you dudes is responsible for making this monster ego of Eddie Hearn, because you encourage this dumb shit. When people like myself told you, hey, chill out, Smokey. It's angel dust. We told you, like, okay, you're doing a little bit too much. And it's like after Joshua beat Klitschko, y'all really started feeling yourselves. And then it got to the point where y'all lost a lot of the energy and momentum and the wave that you had. So now I feel like Eddie Hearn's constantly in a tug of war battle of trying to be seen and be heard, but it's like Shonuff at the end of The Last Dragon where he don't got the glow no more, and it's just like zzz, zzz, and he ain't got the glow like he had throughout the movie. You ain't got the glow right now. And he was like, who is the master? And then Leroy caught it and he said, I am. Bro. That's Eddie Hearn, bro. Like Jay-Z said, had a spark when you started, but now your shit's garbage. You fell from top 10 to not mention at all. Had a spark when you started. That's how quick this thing's changed in boxing. I don't really hear, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be any, I don't hear people talking about Joshua like that anymore. But at one point they were, but they kind of overstayed their welcome with it. And then the Ruiz fight, both of them, it did it all the way in. You don't hear Joshua interviews and stuff. I ain't really heard it. I ain't really heard much energy behind Joshua's movement. Tyson Fury, he doing well because he beat Wilder or whatever, but I ain't really heard much energy behind AJ. Like back in the day, if AJ said anything, then it was big headlines. AJ, he was just working out, flexing and shit, doing Taibo and all this. Nobody was even really talking about it. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I've seen. It just hasn't been a bit like, you know, his brand took a major hit, massive hit, fucking with that boy Ruiz, fucking with La Raza. He was fucking with La Raza, and his brand took a hit. That's just what it is. And it's like Eddie Hearn's trying to come up with all these clever ways to keep it popping and relevant and keep fans, you know, patiently waiting. I've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on. And it's not looking good. He said, I don't hear from AJ at all. I told you. The fans know what it is. It's like you. It's like almost like an old rapper who's no longer. It's not like you was popping in 2001, 2005 or some shit, and you're not really popping like that now, and you're not a legend, so you never really made it to legend status, and your style is not really popping right now to what the kids want to hear, and you never evolved your style, and you still trying to, you know, be relevant. It's just different. It just look weird. The UK ain't got the momentum that they have, and it's funny because all these companies, writers, American companies, American journalists, American YouTubers, they all sold out to the UK thinking that was the hotbed. And they try to jump on the ship. They all try to jump on the ship like, oh, okay, the UK got boxing for years to come. And now that ship is already, I'm not saying, it's just not what it was. We'll just leave it at that. Smiles and South Star. Hey, Phenomenal Mexican, you out of pocket, bro, with that. I'm going to watch the video today. You see what I'm saying? They all jumped ship and believed in the Eddie Hearn, even DAZN, and they believed in this Eddie Hearn gift of gab, selling you a dream shit, and really started believing. Like literally, just a year and a half ago, you had Trinidad James, exactly. You really had Joshua at the pinnacle, and people were saying Wilder deserved 10%. Wilder don't deserve no money for Joshua. Joshua's too big. Wilder got to go through Dillian White. This is what people were saying. Now, fast forward to the future, they said Wilder, oh, he should have took. Man, I'm gonna come back. I'm about to go eat. I'm gonna come back with some heat. Well, this ain't over. It ain't over, motherfuckers. Now they said Wilder should have took $100 million DAZN deal. Now DAZN is furloughing employees. They're trying to sell portions of equity. And you also have Wilder, who's within like $500,000 of what Joshua made. Not to mention, he still has a Fury 3 fight. So he's probably going to, in the last year and a half, when it's all said and done, he's probably going to end up edging Anthony Joshua because it looks like DAZN's doing budget cuts. or they're trying to be more sparing. Like you hear Eddie Hearn, he's saying, oh, fighters are getting paid too much and fighters are going to have to take cutbacks. Meanwhile, Wilder and Fury are still going to be on pay-per-view. So it's only going to do as good as the pay-per-view, but there's a lot more money to be made on the back end, and their company's not just going to front all the cash and lose. So who knows how much Joshua will even get for a fight with Pulev post-pandemic? Who knows how much he can get? Because we know that's not a good fight. Like, it's something that should have happened 3 years ago. So it's not a fight that people are just thrilled about. So how much are you going to, post-pandemic, really be paying Josh? You going to pay him $40 million for Pulev? Do you have it like that right now? Does that make sense right now? Versus Wilder Fury, which they have to complete their trilogy, which if Wilder wins could end in a saga of 4. With that being said, that's still going to be on pay-per-view. So you have monies and the fans kind of chipping in to the party, to the barbecue, to the house party. DAZN doesn't have that, which is always part of their failed business model. They don't have nobody else chipping in. They supposed to front the bill, and they thought they was the big shots. And now they blowing through that $1 billion or whatever they said they had, and it's just looking grim. I'll be back with some more here. I'm about to go eat. Holla at the kid.